Behavior as communication, one of my favorite advances and new knowledge about dementia. What do we mean by it? Historically, when we thought about dementia, we always looked at dementia let's just take Alzheimer's disease being the most common. We looked at dementia due to Alzheimer's disease always from the outside, looking at it from the perspective of everything we saw was a symptom. So we used to think when people, let's say, got confused about where they were or were looking for their parent or thought that they were a child when they were really in their 90s, or when they went into somebody's room, or they had hallucinations or delusions. We used to just say, these are symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. Now we know that when a person is becoming aggressive, which is to say they have some other referred behavior, like kicking or biting or scratching or pinching or throwing something, look at aggression, we know that aggression is not just a symptom. In fact, what aggression is an effort to communicate. So when we say behavior is communication, what we're saying is those usual kinds of activities or behaviors that we see commonly in people with dementia are an effort on the part of the person to tell us something. So I like to think about behavior as communication in two categories. You can think about the communication being personally referenced, or what we call self-referred, and that would be all the agitated behaviors, people clapping their hands or pounding on a table, calling out at night, as efforts to say to us, something is wrong, please help me, come closer. And in fact, there's now been a great study, several studies, by a woman named Jiska Cohen-Mansfield, who has confirmed what many of us knew from our clinical experience, that behaviors mean something. They're not just symptoms. In contrast to a person who's biting, kicking, hitting, screaming at you, they're not saying, come closer. They're saying, go away. Something about this is causing them to be afraid. And so behavior in that regard is a communication of something being wrong that the person wants to stop. And that's really what we mean. And this has really been, I think, an awareness and research, kind of new learning that's only been around in the last decade or so. And the companion to that is that when we think of behavior as a communication, then our first question is, what is this person trying to tell me? Rather than, how do I get them to stop behaving like that? And so it's understanding versus interfering. And that's why it's such an important key concept for the latest in high-quality dementia care.